All right, welcome back to the Knives Fast channel. Guys, it's time to do quick reviews, if you will, of 3 new knives from a new company that listens. So these are from a new company called Molsect. They did send me all 3 of these knives. And, you know, I've just done some, I did like a first impressions video, and I've done some shorts, and they've seen the videos that I've done and the videos that a few others have done, and they're already coming back to us going, we hear your little nitpicks, and we are going to address these. So let's just go through these 3 knives. And guys, these are really reasonably priced for what they are. And they have a ton more models coming, and you can see them just doing different options and different varieties. And I think that's cool. But what's the most cool is you're going to hear me say a few things, and they've already acknowledged those issues. And they're like, we're going to take care of those things in upcoming models and also new iterations of these existing models. So let's just jump right in. This right here is the Soar. That one is their more premium one, S35VN and titanium and what looks like laminate carbon fiber. The Coastline 14C28N and G10, and then the Orbit in also 14C, I believe, and yep, 14C and G10. Now, this guy is $39.99. This guy is also $39.99, and this one's $143.99. So really reasonably priced. Now, let's just go through them one at a time. Guys, we will do some comparisons and different things like that, and we will go over the specs. But I just want to give you some thoughts first, okay? So of the models they have on their website, the one that caught my eye the most was the Orbit for several different reasons. Number one, you have a really nice looking hollow ground blade, kind of a drop point, almost spear point, but very drop point, and this great looking handle. And I was thinking that handle shape looks very interesting, and I bet it could be good. And it is. It's really nice in hand. Now, I will say you do feel that clip a little bit, but not too bad. But overall, this handle is absolutely incredible. Now, it is, you can see there the clip is notched in. It does have round head screws, but there are plenty of room in there. It is not reversible. You do have a lanyard hole. Really nice open construction, liner lock with full liners, and you do have some milling for weight reduction in there. Now, an interesting thing here that I didn't really talk about in some of the other stuff is we have a flathead screw. Obviously, our preferred method, guys, is Torx. But, you know, not terrible. You can get it. You can take care of it. Not a big deal. Now, billboarding wise, you have 14C, and that's it here, except you have the M for Molsect, and then they have Molsect on the clip. Now, they've already come back and said, we hear people that don't like that on the clip, and we're going to get rid of that. So they've already said that. The other issue on this particular knife is lock bar access. You can see we're pretty much straight across. We are locked up at about, 50 almost. You do have jimping, but what happens is that lock bar is pretty dang stiff. And so I'm having to dig in and push that over, and I'm getting a major crimp in my finger. You can see it there. So we really just need a pass through to that chamfer, get rid of the what I call jimping, but it's, scalloping, whatever you want. I don't need that. I just need the chamfer. I will say the front flip on this is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. They are looking at a secondary opening method on the Orbit, which I think will be fantastic for sure. Now, I was getting a piece of cardboard here and I picked up the wrong thing. Here we go. Just a fantastic hollow grind. I mean, really, really good. I love the sliciness of this one with that hollow. Fantastic, great contoured G10. I love the contouring, and the overall shape of this is just something I've not really seen. It's kind of like a cone-shaped handle, and it just feels really good. Even now, you got a little extra sticking up above, but that's fine. I can get my thumb right out here. Got a good sharpening choil there. Really, really nice. I would also say, Molsect, if you're listening, a reversible clip. Just let's not leave our lefty friends out, for sure. But overall, if we could not, I mean, the only big issue I have with this particular one is that that lock bar access. I can't access this fuller here for opening, but that's okay because this front flipper, I mean, this is a great front flipper. It really, really is. And I don't like front flippers that much, but I like that one. Now, just giving y'all thoughts. Now, this is again, this is the Coastline. Really cool milling, really nice finishing on the G10. Now, we have a different clip on this one, which is good and bad. Now, the clip is sitting down in the scales. It is not reversible again. Now, let me just do this one more time. So my issue with this, it's not too bad. So if you have jeans, that ramp may not quite be big enough. And again, this doesn't quite ramp up a lot. I mean, it is a very narrow space in there, so maybe a little bit higher for some of you. But for me, it works with my little thin cargo pants, which is what I wear. Again, you have that flathead on the screw. And again, they've already said they're going to get rid of Molsect. Now, the issue with this one, now we do have a pass-through, so that lock bar is fine. The scalloping, jimping doesn't really bother me on this one. The detent is good. By the way, the detent on this one is fantastic. Detent on this one is pretty dang good, but we do have a late detent. So on both this one and this one, the detent is really late. So you really got to get your finger way down, especially the sore here. You got to get your finger way down on that lock bar in order to get, it's hard. But there you go. But again, I do love that this one has way better lock bar access. Again, locked up around 40, no blade play, no lock rock. Let's do that again with the Orbit. No way. The Orbit is locked up like a bank vault. And then same thing here. Yeah, very good. Now this one is a frame lock. My issue here is again that late detent. Not only that, but there is some lock stick. Now I've not been able to get in here. Let's try one more time with the flashlight here and see if I can get in there and see we got to crank this puppy down here. All right, come on. All right, now I've killed I think I locked out my flashlight, which is great. Okay. Yeah, I think there may well be a steel lock bar insert. It sure looks like it, but I have some lock stick. There is some lock stick there. Yeah, you can hear it. Can you hear that? Listen. Ready? Yeah. There's some definite lock stick and then that late detent. So again, there's some great base here. Now, what I do like on these two, on this one in particular, the contouring on the G10, this one, the milling and some contouring on the G10. Now, you do feel that clip just a little bit, but not bad at all. And again, these are all really nice cutters. Jeez. Really nice. Again, this one is a flat grind, but it works really well. That is the Coastline. And then let's talk a little bit more about the Soar. And again, we have the flathead here. Now, this clip is not too bad. It's an interesting shape. You do have, these are loop over, as you can see, so they carry really deep. But this one is a tight clip, so you have about that much sticking out. Again, not reversible. I do like this kind of clamshell construction on this guy. This is really cool. You do have laminate G10 overlaid carbon fiber here, which is not everybody's favorite, of course. but it's not a bad looking knife, really. Beautiful finish on the blade. And again, let's just show this one. Again, fantastic cutters all the way around. Really, really nicely done. Now, you can't really use that hole to open the knife. It's too small, located too far up. If it was back further or bigger, you could probably do it. But well, there we go. I just got it. Let's try it again. Gosh, maybe I got it, but it is not easy. I think, maybe I'm putting a little pressure on the frame lock there. But it is not the easiest thing. I would prefer just using the flipper. Detents are good on all three of these as far as the action goes, and they're all running on bearings. Now, I will run through some specs about all three of these real quick, but just to give you can see they're all three about that same size, and they're just about the size of the Rat 2 and quite smaller than the Rat 1. So let's go through all three and just give you some facts. Again, I know this is kind of a disjointed video with three knives on it, but you guys have been asking me for more multi-knife videos, so that's what we're doing. So the Coastline, which is this guy right here, is $39.99, and they are going to be having some Black Friday sales. I don't know when this video is going to drop, and I'm also going to have a discount code down in the description. They haven't given it to me yet, but it is going to be there when the video drops. Very, very cool. Now, it is 14C. It is 4.2 ounces, 59 to 60 HRC, with a 3 millimeter blade stock, and 4.23 inch handle, and a 3.37 inch blade. Really cool. All right. So that is the Coastline. The Soar, which is the titanium one, very, very cool titanium, and S35 VN. It is a 7.56 inch knife overall with a 3.27 inch blade and a 4.33 inch handle. The blade stock is 0.12 of an inch, and it weighs 4.260 ounces. And then last but not least is the Orbit, which is 100% my favorite of the three. Again, $39.99 on the Orbit. By the way, $124 on the titanium Soar there. All right, so I'm trying to get, all right, here we go. So on the Orbit is 7.24 inches overall, with a 3.23 inch blade and a 4.02 inch handle or close length. And it is, wow, they say 0.23 of a pound. So what is that, 2.3 ounces, something like that? That doesn't sound right. We'll say this is about 3.5 ounces. If I have to say, I would say it's about 3.5 ounces with a 0.12 blade stock. And again, really my favorite of the three. Now, there will be a discount code down below. Yeah, I'm going to say this is about 3.5 ounces, which is absolutely perfect for what it is. So what do you guys think? Thank you to Molsect for sending these out. And again, I'm kind of excited about these three knives and some of the ones they've currently got, but I'm even more excited that they're listening and that they're going to come out with more cool stuff with some of these issues kind of ironed out. So, I told Molsect, and I tell everybody who sends stuff, I got to point out the things that I see. I have to do completely honest and what I think are fair reviews. And I think I did here. Again, some minor nitpicks, lock bar access, late detents, a little bit of lock stick here, some clip differences and things like that. Like left-handed clips and the fact that the clips are, that clip's fine. It's really only this clip right here. Just needs a little more ramp, and it just needs to be a little bit taller for people with jeans. So definitely, but overall, the construction, the actual designs of the knives, the looks of the knives are very, very nice. and I'm pretty impressed overall. All right, guys, this is a long video for me. We're going to wrap it up here. So please like and comment and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I thank you so much for all your support and for watching the Knives Fast channel.